So the blank collar philosophy comes from Christian Kawashi, our managing director at Link Marketing Services. In his last 10 years, he's lived in 6 different countries, and he's seen digital transformation and some of the failures that it could have. And one of the big problems was that it wasn't focused on the human, and it was always, oh, you should just switch your technology and it'll be fine, it'll all work out. But it really needs to be a human-centered approach where you can understand the needs that humans have, and once you do that, you can figure out how can we change the process, then we can change the culture, and then we can think about which technologies will match that. First off, we're going to have our speech with Alexander Mazzara. He is the co-founder of Joiz TV and also Lionstep, which has done a lot with data at the moment and HR, and so he'll start the conversation with that. So I'd like to welcome Alexander Mazzara.
First, I'd like to start with a nice picture from the sea. You see the sea? I really like the sea. Unfortunately, I live in Switzerland. But still, I like the sea so much, and I know in the sea there's so many things outside, but I can't see them actually, because they're below the surface. There are many fishes. You see a lot of different fishes, tunas and others. You can do it yourself. And actually, but you're looking for the fish, the carp, the green one, and you don't know where to look because it's just the sea and it's somewhere and you try to find him. Okay, you have a net maybe. So you go somewhere, a nice spot, you think maybe here's the carp, and you put him out and there are some fishes there. Oh, the carp is somewhere else. Oh yeah, you get one, a flounder. So maybe it's not the fish you looked for, but you have one at the end of the day. So I think smart data goes actually in that direction, and I work now also sort of in a fishing business. So with Lionstep, we help other clients finding talents. And typically it's like a fishing, you go to a job board, you put there a job position and you're fishing and some fish appears, but typically not the green carp, but a lot of others. And you have to write everybody, sorry, maybe it's not the right job position for you, but that's another story. A tutorial, so smart data in 4 steps. So it's all start with a lot of data. Look at this picture. This picture has a lot of data. A lot of data, but a lot of data, it's an important step. It's not big data, you need smart data. So just to have 300 million doesn't make you smart. It's just a starting point. But actually that's for the computer, it looks like that. You have to really take it away, see the colors in different shapes. And even if you look at this picture, you will find more patterns. So it's about finding patterns. So clean and cluster it. What does it mean now in our case? So we learned that every data source is different. So if you go into the internet and you're looking for data, it's really hard to say everything is the same. Honestly, these steps take so much longer than you think. You think, oh, that's so easy. It's a nice picture and you can, cluster it a bit and clean it a bit. But this is really something that takes you a lot. It's really hard to do so. But then you start doing the fun part. It's analyze what happens. Do you see, some patterns between the colors? Do you see some patterns between the structure, the form, the borders, the length? So you can start doing that. What we found out there are company similarities. That means our machine learned that sometimes you see sort of a pattern where people come from one company and they leave that company to the next company. One learning was like, be open. You don't know before what you're actually looking for. And that's really the hard part, because typically you try to know already what you're looking for. So learning is something, what I think it's very complex in that space, and you have to be very open to do so. And the last, learn every day. What does it mean now on a daily basis? It means that the platform has to learn every day. And then something very important, what we learned is that at the end of the day, also humans have to be involved to be much smarter. So for me, the last summary slide somehow is you start and you think, wow, that's it. I have now a lot of data and I can learn a lot of it. The second step is like really, oh, fuck. Oh, sorry, maybe I'm not saying that, but it's like really like that. Really is, no, it's not possible. So many data points, so many languages, so many issues, so many things that you never believed before. But if it's really working, you see that the whole thing is improving. The thing what you're doing it's so much more than just having a big picture of a lot of data points. It's really something that helps you every day. And it's somehow a relief, and it's something that you really see, this is adding a lot of value what you're doing. So I think having those 4 steps, if you have any kind of pool of data, I think it just takes, okay, a lot of know-how, some know-how, but a lot of, openness to go into that field and learn of the data that you have. It takes you some time, but after we see that every day with our clients, it makes you so much smarter and makes the process so much smarter.